Hello, my little crones, my little munchkins, and my little chickens. How are you on this evening? Well, I hope that you're fine. I hope that all is well. Anyway, I have to do a reading today because one of my little crones, and you know what, before I say this, I want to thank you all so much for your participation. Also, I would like to give a shout out for what's her name?
Red Roses.
Red Roses. Red Roses, you always compliment me. You always keep me encouraged. And I really, really appreciate you so much. Please keep going along with the ride. When you leave me your messages, what do they call, honey?
Comments.
Your comments mean a lot to me. All of your comments mean a lot to me. So I thank you so much. Now, when I get back to, what's her name? Gigi Hadid and Zayn Malik. I think he's British. Is that right, huh?
Yes.
So I think that the person's name is
Eagle.
You put it down.
Yes.
She want me to read on, I guess what she wants, I'm assuming, she wants me to read the history on this
Gigi,
couple,
yeah.
Gigi and Zayn. Although they're not together,
No.
and I don't know exactly what she wants, but I think that she feels as though the mother broke up their relationship. She feels as though, I didn't even know that Gigi Hadid had a baby out of wedlock. I don't know if that's an appropriate thing to say. Actually, I was really shocked to hear that. I didn't even know that. And I'm going to say this on a tip. I never thought that a high fashion model like Gigi Hadid, whose mother is Yolanda, would have a baby and not be married. Sometimes when you hear things, it's just like, really? So, well, I give her kudos for that, for having her baby, and I didn't know. So, and I think that Gigi is what, she's 27?
Yes.
So she's 27, and this man is?
29.
29. So I think I'm just going to take this because I don't know where to go with a couple that's already broken up. And clearly that Gigi mother was against the relationship, okay? It's so ironic because when I read the cards with Leonardo DiCaprio, she was in that too. So that's just the way sometimes the way a mother's love, you know, they just mother bears, and it's just nothing we could do about it. But anyway, I want to go in another way, unless the reading take a turn. I want to go in and see where they are, and most of all, are they have any plans of getting back together? How about that? Because I can work with that instead of dealing in, because at the end of the day, the mother doesn't have anything to do with it. The mother has something to do with the grandson. Hopefully, all of this will show up in a reading. Sometimes it doesn't, or sometimes I don't see it, or sometimes I don't feel it. It's like being a psychic. When you lay the cards, it's like being a psychic. Sometimes the energy come through loud and strong, and sometimes it's faint, and sometimes you get nothing but white air. So I pull and I do it. Now, when I did Gigi Hadid the last time, it was still kind of pull. I felt something funny about it until Baby Crone looked up for me and told me the reason why it was like that, because they hadn't even been together long. Excuse me. So, all these things, right? So let me go in and shuffle. All the cards has already been pre-shuffled and pre-shuffled. So I just do this so you can see that I have no idea what's going on with these cards. I take them from the middle. And then I shuffle them like that. Up and down, up and down. This is what I do. Then when I get that way, I pat them down, then I take them from the bottom. Then I shuffle. Ooh. Shuffle. And then what I do, I go from the bottom again and I shuffle. And then when I get tired of doing that, sometimes I show off and I start doing stuff like this. I practice it a lot, so I could do this really good because I usually practice this because the shuffling. So normally, when I do this, this is where I might say to baby Crone, since I can't use my thumb, I have to find a way to shuffle. Or sometimes when I shuffle my cards, like, what do I care? I'm shuffling the cards thoroughly. That's what you see me doing. Sometimes because of my thumb, boy, look at this. Yikes. But sometimes I just lay them down like that because I can't bend my thumb anymore. It's amazing to how important our thumb is. You don't miss it until it can't use it. It's like you don't think nothing about that baby finger until that baby finger get hurt or you stab it. You don't think nothing about that little baby toe until you stub it, right? Baby Crone, you want to come and cut for me? So this is Gigi Hadid and Zayn. What's his last name?
Malik.
Malik. Let's see what's going on in their neck of the woods.
Yes.
It's a production. You know it, right? So, okay. Knock 3 times. Temperance is at the bottom. I see the 7 of sticks. I'll show them. The 7 of sticks. This little bugger been showing up a lot lately. What is this? The 7 of, so we got 2 sevens. Ooh. So the 7 of swords, and we have the 7 of,
Wow.
thank you. And this is the middle card. Justice. This is, you can say it because you're looking at me. Okay, go ahead, you can say it.
8 of Swords.
Thank you, because you can help me with that so much.
The 10 of Pentacles.
Thank you so much, baby Crone.
King of Swords.
There we have it.
Empress. Hermit.
All right, look at him, Hermit. So here we have on top, we have Justice.
Mm-hmm.
And just below Justice, we have the Hermit.
5 of Swords.
Woo. So far, what she's dealing with in this relationship that I'm picking up is a lot of air going on, okay?
And Ace of Swords.
So,
Sorry, Ace of Wands.
Ace of Wands, right. So, and on the bottom, we have Temperance. So, what I see here, now what I understand about Gigi and Zayn is they both are
Earth signs.
earth signs. So, they overpower each other. They overpower. Now, in this relationship that I see with them, I see that there's a whole lot of friction, they fight against ideas. They fight each other over the way that they might want to raise the baby, the way they want to do this, visitation rights, this and that. Can I say it?
Yes.
Again, on the second row, this time I see the King of Wands, which is on one way, and I see the Empress. So I see that the two, this could be grandfather or grandparents, they are at war. They don't talk with each other. So I see again, I do see her mother, but I wonder, is this king saying that she called her Yolanda, right? That's
Yes.
right. Is Yolanda at odds with his family? That's what it seems like. Here they're facing she's looking ahead and he's facing. But when I'm reading the cards, he's more facing this way when I'm reading. So they're not even communicating. But it just seemed like you have two powers. But because Yolanda is the mother, she's more nurturing and she's nurturing over her girls. Okay? However, I see a lot of fighting. And I also see, I don't know what I see. Hold up. Let me get a bearing here. I'm drawing a freaking blank, and I'm going to keep this like this. I'm not even going to take it out. Because when I'm like this, it just may not be anything going on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really looking and feeling for something. All I see in this relationship is people, they don't get along. They broke up. I see powerful forces. I don't know if this got to deal with something with the baby and rights. I don't know if they taken the court over the baby, or is it some kind of grandparent rights or something. But I definitely see justice there. And underneath, I see the hermit. So when the hermit is there, it's like seeking, searching for answers, solitude, trying to have peace in a relationship. And I truly believe I see two dominant forces. Also, I don't know if child support, I don't know what's going on. All I see is a whole lot of fighting. They're not getting along. Somebody think they're getting away with something. She feeling like confused, not confused, but held back. I see very two strong individuals right here. I see a king of wands, and I see Mother Nature herself, a life giver, very strong, love her children. I see right here in the middle, right there in the middle, I see justice, and right below Prince Justice in the middle, I see the hermit, meaning we need to find peace. We need to find answers in this chaos. And it just feels to me, I don't like to say that people don't like each other. It just seems like they don't know how to communicate, and they communicate in passing. Like maybe she got to get through somebody to get a message through. But it just seems like they just don't get along. Do I see anything in this relationship saying they're going to get back together? Well, here I see here that it was, when the breakup came, it was over something. It's just, it's just left her perplexed, blind, troubled, sad. And here it's like she's looking back at what was, trying to pick up the pieces, trying to move forward, trying to go on with this life. And so is he. They're trying to start with new beginnings. But there is nothing. So if this person is asking me, I don't see anywhere where they're going to get back together. No. This relationship is over and over for now. However, I cannot see anything about the future. I only see that it's over for now. I would go in a long conversation about the people, but as I said, I really don't follow them. But I know enough to know that it could be some legal stuff going on, maybe about the baby or visitation rights or whatever. I don't know. Did you find anything?
It does look like that the mother had made some false allegations.
I don't know when you said the mother. They both had mothers.
Oh, Yolanda.
What was her allegations?
She didn't say in an article. It was giving an update about what Gigi was saying. It says Gigi has her walls up since she was on better terms with Zayn.
Told you.
And they're doing well co-parenting.
See?
She's not rushing into a serious relationship. She's very fond of Leonardo DiCaprio and is interested in pursuing a relationship with him.
Okay.
But at the same time is very busy with her modeling gig.
Mm-hmm.
It says, where? Oh, I am adamantly deny striking Yolanda Hadid for the sake of my daughter. I decline to give any further details, he told. Oh, it was Zayn saying he doesn't want to strike his Yolanda for some false allegations. He says, I hope that Yolanda will reconsider her false allegations and move forward towards healing these issues in private.
Mm-hmm. So like I said, there's some justice needs to be said. As I said, I don't see anything. Did I say it? Mm-hmm. I'm not going to sit up here and give you something that I don't see. However, there's been a lot of fighting and a lot of friction in the relationship. I see two strong forces. I see a male king and I see a very strong woman who's wealthy and abundant up against somebody who's a king but not up against the empress. So Gigi Hadid family with the mother seems like she has a lot to offer, like she's wealthy. Like she's a wealthy woman, because this is what this card says. And she's very possessive over her children. So with that being said, I don't know what to tell you. I think this is a good read. So let me go and see if I can see some darkness, because like I said, they just...
I have a question,
Sure.
though. So how's this co-parenting going to work with Leonardo DiCaprio? Because she's trying to pursue a new relationship while trying to clean up and work out her past issues.
Well, from what I gathered in that relationship, I gathered that Yolanda felt like he was just too old. I didn't even see that relationship going very much further. I really don't. I think he's there for now. Time will reveal. We'll revisit it in about another 6 months if it lasts that long. Because she's dating Grandpa. He's 20 years older than her.
Yes.
He's 20 years her senior. And I can understand that her mother would be upset about that. But however, Gigi Hadid, and I said it before, she's very experienced. She's very experienced. So, I mean, when I say experienced, she's not no little girl, but she's still young. These Hollywood people live fast, but they still young. So, now what was your question?
How is Gigi going to co-parent while trying to pursue a new relationship?
Well, they have money. Well, you know, I'm sure she has sitters or housekeeper. Gigi Hadid is a hot model, okay? I don't think money is her problem. I think that baby have a nanny. Her mother has money. Her father has money. I really don't think they have a money problem. And as far as somebody watching a baby, I think that's the least of her worries. But honey, maybe one day you'll get that rich and then you won't have to ask that question.
Okay.
Or did I miss it?
No.
Because I don't think that she's trying to introduce her baby and trying to make a family with Leonardo. Because from what I understand, Leonardo DiCaprio doesn't have any children.
Mm-hmm.
He's just, when I read it, I don't know, allegedly, he's just a Hollywood playboy. Well, anyway, let me get back to this. Anyway, I definitely see money. Because I don't know what we were talking about. I got distracted. So,
The Ace of Pentacles popped up when I asked about how she's going to work with the co-parenting.
yeah, it just seemed like everything is copacetic. They doing it because you can't get one whenever you see an ace. An ace is a new beginning. They really trying to turn over a new leaf. They're trying to put all that fighting behind. Financially, they're going to work it out financially. They really trying to work it together. What they don't want the fighting and all of the misery, the separation. They want that to stop. That's just gotta stop. They want peace. Both of them, Gigi and Zayn, they want peace. No more sitting up at night, no more. And with this, I got this feeling like Gigi may have a problem that her mother is too involved in her relationship. And as I think I said in her reading, I think she finds herself in rebellion to her mother. Not because she doesn't love her mother, but because she wants to live her life the way she wants to live her life. And if she makes her mistake, she wants them to be her mistake. But her mother is Swedish, I think. Look it up. And I think she just have a different, and when you love your children, and I know Yolanda love her girls,
Dutch.
definitely.
She's Dutch.
Oh, she's Dutch. So they probably have a whole different way of thinking. Last but not least, like I see a cup of emotions. So there's some things that still have to get worked out. It's very emotional. They're working together. I think when I get to tell me about Gigi a little. I want to know. Tell me about what Gigi is happening. What's going on with Gigi? With this, just right now. Gigi is struggling, trying to find herself, trying to find a new relationship. She's trying to put these things behind her, trying to monopolize her time, trying to, take care of her baby. She's trying to get her life balanced and get the chaos out of her life. She's trying to move on, which appear to be is not easy for her. She's struggling. She's not. Let me pick another card. Yeah, she's trying to work, get her mind into it, all of that. That's where she's at. Now let's see about Zayn. What's going on with him right now? He seems like a little perplexed right now. Probably don't know really what he wants. Working, making that money, about taking care of his family, just his son. Do they have a son?
Daughter.
Oh, I just said son, like I knew what he had. Taking care of his daughter and just trying to work it. Another question, do Zayn live in America? Because that's what's important. I think he does. I'm getting the impression he lives here. And he probably go home, but I'm getting the impression that he lives here. I'm getting that impression that he lives here in the States. But he go home. So, anyway.
They live between New York and Pennsylvania.
So they live in the States?
Yes.
Who is they?
Gigi and Zayn. Like, Gigi has a farm in Pennsylvania, and then Gigi lives in...
you said Gigi have a...
Oh, I meant Zayn has a farm in Pennsylvania, then Gigi lives in New York.
Wow, we used to live in Pennsylvania, remember? Well, anyway, there you have it. So they live it. They just trying to work it out. But let me be clear. It don't look like they have a very strong relationship. It looks like Zayn and Gigi, they don't look like they get along. They look like they try to get along. What do they say? They put on airs just for the baby's sake. If they didn't have no baby, they probably would go their own way and never see each other. But because they bound for life, they're trying to work it out and work out their co-parenting. And also, what I don't see a whole lot of people in this. So that let me know they're trying to keep a whole lot of outside family outside of their business, and they're really trying to move forward. They don't really need the negativity. And I just see people, like this is what I see. Things like this. Like, I think for them, at the time of their breakup, I think it was hard. I think it was a hard breakup because of the baby. I didn't do a reading on it, but I don't know who was hard. So let's say whatever card I pick up, let's say if I pick up a negative card, let's say it was Zayn who had a hard time trying to do this, okay? I'm going to pick about right here. Is that okay? I feel it. The Chariot. So, no, it wasn't him. He was ready to move on. He's ready to put it back in his life. So Gigi had a hard time adjusting to this breakup. I just go by the cards. It has been hard. It has been sleepless nights. It was just feeling of being destitute. It just seemed like she really, really struggled with him and this breakup. Do you know who broke up with who? So it just seemed like he broke up with her, or somehow they broke up. I want to know, was it over infidelity? Was he cheating? I'm saying infidelity like they were married. I guess they were married because they were together for a while. How many years? About 6 years? So they were married for a while, and looking at these cards, they had a really strong relationship at one point. And she loved him, and I don't think she took the breakup so easy.
Yes, they were dating for 6 years.
See? Do you know how they broke up? Why? Because she's really trying to move on. I think this really hurt her. Do you know why they broke up?
Yes, I would have to look into this deeper, but it says they broke up allegedly after the incident with Gigi's mom. So it must have been something Yolanda said that caused them
Can
to
you
break
find
up.
out what that was?
Camera's getting ready to die.
All right. Well, that's all I have for you because the camera's getting ready to go out. But that was a good read. Like I said, I leave you with this. They are working it out. Do they have issues? Yes. But they, Gigi and Zayn, are trying to work it out for their little girl. So with that being said, I think this was a good reading. I could go more into it, but I think you already know a lot. And I thank you so much for sending that question in to me for me to look at it. And now I know more about Gigi and Zayn, and I know more about their lives. So I thank you for tuning in. Go ahead, say
Yes,
it.
I will quickly say it's alleged that on October 28th, news broke that Zayn had hit Yolanda and a security guard during their argument.
Then I said it was a lot of fighting going on. Then I say it. It's a lot of fighting. So well, there you have it. So thank you for tuning in, my little crones, my little munchkins, and my little chickens. Well, now we see that this is what really broke it. The mother got too involved in the relationship. So let it be a tip. Don't let your mother-in-law, don't let your sister, don't let your brother, don't let anybody dominate your relationship for good or for bad. You be the spokesperson for your relationship. You stand up for your relationship and all else out. Well, that's what I have today. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I did. Enjoy your evening. Have a good dinner. Ciao.